In season 1 of the Coach Prime documentary, Coach Prime was actually quoted and saying, "We are actively looking to replace you as we speak." Now, some kids hear that and they think, well, I don't want to go through with it. I don't want to deal with it. So I'm going to transfer. This is crazy. This is nonsense. Other athletes hear it and they think to themselves, this is nothing to me, because in college football, they realize it's a business and you have to earn your spot every single day. Nothing's given. That's the business of college football. Competition breeds the best athletes. And Coach Prime is still sticking to that mantra. He's still making sure that competition is at every position and that it's deep. So you will have to bring your A game every single day of practice, or you just won't play, because the guy next to you is just as good and he's just as hungry for that spot. And today, the latest addition comes to the offensive line, a much needed upgrade for Jackson State. We know about all the tackles they got. This guy is a guard, and a very quality one at that. But before we get into him, you guys are watching the CFL podcast. I'm your host, Kobe Orr. Thank you so much for tuning into this video. Happy Valentine's Day, lovely ladies. Okay, now let's get into the video. So the latest addition to the offensive line for Jackson State goes by the name of Akane Tuiano. Hopefully I pronounced that right. He's Polynesian, if you can't tell by the name. More polys the HBCUs. Simi Moala was a big martyr for that movement. You love to see it. So Akane comes from Snow College, right? The same college as LaSalle Tai, who ended up choosing BYU over Jackson State. But Akane, 6'3", 286 pounds, and he is an offensive guard. He is a true guard and a great one at that. So his hometown is from Salt Lake City, Utah, right? He comes from Snow College, as I said earlier. He's a top 50 JUCO prospect in the country, which would bring him to be a 3-star at the JUCO level. He's a heat-seeking missile, right? When I watch his tape, he's a heat-seeking missile. He searches and destroys. And he ragdolls defenders. It ain't even close. So many times you run up in this hole, it's just one little move, one little push, and you're on your back. Every other play in this clip. Now, he is much needed for Jackson State because that run game was not able to get going. It was one of the worst in the SWAC. With Akane, he comes in, and now he's a guy who you can run behind because he wants that contact. He invites that contact, and he always seems to clear a path. You can use him on pull plays. I feel like he would make a lot of money during those pull plays just because he loves to seek and destroy. He loves to seek out contact. If he can't find his guy, he's going to get whoever is in the path of the running back. So on the few times that Jackson State does run next season, just know Connie is going to be the guy who's leading that charge for whoever's getting the ball, whether that's J.D. Martin, Tyson Alexander, anybody. So Jackson State got this kid from Georgetown, Nevada, and Oregon. Those were his other 3 offers. So Jackson State outbidded Oregon for Mr. Akane. That's a great accomplishment. You know, me being an Oregon fan, I'm a little salty. Not really though, because I love the talent going to HBCUs overall. So I'm cool on that. But I want you guys to let me know what you think about Mr. Akane down below in the comment section. What I love about this, he's not just a roster filler. He's not a spot filler. No, this is a kid who's going to get serious playing time. If I'm willing to bet on that. He's a true guard. And he's going to be a great guard for Jackson State. All Jackson State needed was an offensive upgrade at the offensive line position. That's all they needed. They have weapons galore. They have their quarterback who's young. You got him for 3 more years. You got the running backs. They're fine. All you really needed to do was get the offensive line straight. If you had that, maybe you're Celebration Bowl champions right now. But now that you revamped it, it's going to be a very exciting season. And keep in mind, according to Coach Prime himself, it's still a lot more news coming. So if I was y'all, I'll keep my eyes and ears open. But with that being said, man, you're watching the CFL podcast. I go by the name of Kobe, and I'm out. Peace.